Howdy, hi everyone. This is Greg Dixon here, and I'm going to talk about trading cryptocurrencies. I wrote a book called Trend Trading for Financial Freedom. The basic idea of the book is to buy things as they're trending up, sell them when they're trending down. And I, about a week or so ago, I did a broadcast that there's no downside to selling the downslide. Yeah, in my little banner here, it should say downslide instead of downside. And yeah, so that was the idea is, rather than watch your portfolio take a dive, sell as it's going down, buy when it's going up. Pretty simple to do, hard to execute sometimes because we're prone to a thing that I call the optimism bias. We want things to go up and sometimes ignore what we're seeing in front of us. And sometimes it's hard when you're in a little bit of a loss to actually sell at a loss. But I'm going to go through a scenario that happened the last couple of days. But first of all, I'm just going to go through what's in my book here because I'm giving it away for free today. I've created a flip book, and I'll just show you what the flip book looks like here. So this is I'm using the Hazing platform, and I'm going to take this banner off here, right there. Okay, so I'm using the Hazing platform, and it's pretty amazing. You can control the background, and you can add these bookmarks, and there's also, basically a thumbnail index of the thing, so that you can get through it pretty quickly. So I've added a couple of bookmarks here to things that I want to talk about. One here is the fickle finger of volatile markets. Expect the unexpected. This week is a prime example of that. And I want to put an expletive in here, as the French would say, but I'm going to not say it out loud. It's the crypto market is very fickle, very, very volatile. You don't really know what's going to go on. I'm just going to flip to page 39 here, which is really a pretty good summary of my methodology. When things are trending up, either at an hour basis, a day basis, week basis, seeing things are going up. As long as they're going up, pretty safe to buy. When they're going down, sell when it's going down. And then when it's sideways, I think what I said, there's no downside to the downslide, and I had some reason to say that I was not fast enough to sell things. So when things are going sideways, I think really the thing to do is often get out of them. If it's not going anywhere anytime soon, best to go get out. Well, and then look for opportunities for something that's going up. Usually there's one or two rising stars, things that are going up while everything else is sort of not doing anything. Sometimes everything's going up, and sometimes nothing's going up. So I'm going to go over a bit. I'm going to go to my Netcoins account and just show you what I mean by this here. Let's see. We'll go to this one here. Okay. So this is Bitcoin. In general sense, what happens with Bitcoin gets mirrored a little bit with the altcoins. Ethereum, Bonk, whatever, all sorts of, there are 30 or 40 there are about 30 that I look at. I usually buy and sell about 10 of those things, and I kind of ignore the rest. But more or less what Bitcoin does, the rest of the market does to some degree. And you can see here the 3-month trend is everything's pretty much going up, and so, a lot of people who are just dumping money in there and sitting on it have looked like a genius. And but it doesn't always happen. So my basically, according to what I've been talking about last week is that to not hold on to things when it's going sideways. And so this is the last 7 days. So basically we had a pretty good run come up here, and then it dropped down, and then it was going sideways for quite a few days. And I had reduced how much money I had. I don't, I'm only really playing with about $1,000. I don't have a whole lot in, and and I had basically I had sometimes got overnight. I think even I might have done this. I might have actually sold everything overnight, and just started from scratch. But it was just kind of going sideways. It wasn't going anywhere, and I'm just going to go back to this one here. Most of the things I was holding were showing a kind of trajectory like this going up, and so you say, well, you know, what can go wrong? That's like if I just hold on it and wait for it, um, then it'll probably be okay. It's likely the most likely scenario is um, that it's going to continue to go up, but that's a kind of a false assumption because just past behavior does not really predict future behavior at all. So I was going la la di da di da di da di da, and then it started falling here. And I think, and if I was following my sell in the downslide, or even what I would call the day traders creed, is that the motto there is never have a losing day. So uh, basically, if there's no way to make a market by buying something, you shouldn't be buying anything at all. You shouldn't be buying anything on speculation, and you shouldn't hold on to anything if it's going your other way. So certainly don't go to bed with the possible of it dumping. So, I was just thinking, I was going by the assumption that the chances are it's going to go up. I wasn't worried too, but anyway, it dumped probably, I don't know, by the time I noticed it in the morning, it had dumped overall probably 8 or 9%. And then it just kept, and when I was down at about 10%, there's this little thing here. It started coming up a little bit. I said, oh, okay, it's going to come back up. It's going to come back up. So I bought some more in there, this whole dollar cost averaging thing, being optimistic that it was going to go up. But instead it went up a little bit, and then it dumped another 10%. So basically my portfolio was down about 20%, where my trading methodology dictates you shouldn't ever be down more than 1%. So I was really asleep at the wheel. So it's right now we've started this upward trend, and it's going back up, and I will probably retrieve. It will probably eventually get back to zero for me, back to an even keel, and I'm buying things as they're going up, but it requires more money to offset it as you're going up, and there's no guarantee it is actually going to go up. We're just assuming it is, and so if I had followed my own methodology, I would have been at zero, just hanging, going off and going, having coffee at Kakuli, doing something else rather than buying stuff. Instead, I'm just sort of hoping that the markets will come up enough so I hit zero. I'm buying things as they're going up. As I get back to zero, I'll get rid of the dogs, anything that's going sideways. And if you don't, I'm just going to take a look at the year trend here. You can see we had earlier, it was trending up, and then it went sideways and down for a long time. That represents over 6 months where you had some minor fluctuations. But if you just had a bunch of money here and you sat on it, it would be down here. And then we've been good for the last couple of weeks. But you can't really. I don't know that anybody really knows what's going on. Some people thought the surge was because of the U.S. election, and then there's other things. So really, the whole thing is just simply fickle, effing fickle. So anyway, so that's the lessons learned, and It's it's a good thing. Let's go back to the book here. Share this tab. What was the other one? Oh, there's a sell when trending down. Yep, there we go. And buy when it's coming up. Well, it's super simple, but the more I look at this, the more I adhere to this plan, this trend, is the better this will work. And I'm giving this book for you for for free. Go try the flip book. Just fun. By the way, when we publish Sheeple's books, one of the options is to create a flip book for it. We put it up. We publish things on Amazon as a print book, and then as an ebook, and then I have a multimedia thing I called a digital experience edition, and we also do this flip book, which is really good if you've got a product and service you're not really selling your book, you're just wanting to give this away and share it. This is a super good format. I really think this is cool with the tabs, and so there's lots of fun stuff. The energy flow of money, that's things. Volatile markets. And this is an interesting little chart here, is trading for growth and trading for cash flow. What I'm doing is I'm trading for growth. I'm adding things and building it. But if you get to the point, let's say you've got $10,000 in play and you're generating good income, you can just take out money or profits out of there as you go. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Let's go back here. Anyway, I enjoy trading. It's just kind of a fun game, but it's really really surprising how hard it is, and not even when you have a good plan, it's hard to stick to the plan and execute it. And when I've gotten away from my discipline, it's bit me in the ass. So anyway, just thought I'd pass that on today. And in the show notes for here, there's a link to the flip book for trend trading for financial freedom, and I'll go back and I'll put it in the comments. Okay, talk to you soon.